Hitting the E-stop doesn't always stop the VFD, which is terrible. But like if you hit that, then this will, like if you hit this, it's like a software thing. And then the software goes, oh, there's a fuck up, turn off the VFD. Whereas if you just kill power to the controller board, it's like now these two things aren't talking anymore. So once you've started up the computer, you can open this thing which is called Xpatter, and that's what maps the controller from the Xbox controller, so you can see the controls are being received over there. So that we can now control the, once we're in the CNC software, we can control the CNC using the controller, Xbox controller. So this is the Mach3 mill, which will open. So this is the Mach3 environment. We've got a bunch, like this is all your file operations up at the top. You've got a few of your on-off status homing things. This is your diagnostic, which is useful to know, so you can see if there's any errors, stuff like that. So try and remember that, the spanner and the screwdriver, you will need that. And then there's some custom buttons that I've just added, just to do some certain functions. So I'll show you how that works. Okay, down the bottom you can see we've got some of our modal G codes. So we've got G90, which I think is like telling it it's imperial or metric. So I think it's a metric. I think. Don't quite remember. And then you've got, I'm not sure what that is. Yeah, units. You can see millimeters. And then our offset is G54. Feed rate 6, which is meaningless. We just started. The other thing that's important to note is you've got this flashing LED. That's your emergency stop condition. So whenever you start the machine, it always starts like in an emergency scenario. So nothing's going to turn on by accident. It's sort of like it's in emergency. So the first thing we do is, you can see here we've got a reconfigure e-stop. That's like your serial terminal. So that'll tell you bits and pieces. First thing we need to do is click that button, which clears the e-stop. So we'll press that. So it'll now run through a script that I've written. It's like a homing script. So there's a bit of a what do you call it? What do you say when like it's your fault? Everything's your fault. Is that what I'm saying?
A disclaimer.
A disclaimer. Excellent. This is a disclaimer. So hey you, the CNC is a very dangerous and sophisticated machine. Have you been trained? Are you confident that you're not going to hurt yourself or the machine or everyone around you? By continuing, you accept responsibility. Okay, for any death, maiming, damage, everything. So yeah, sure. So now we've got a homing. The machine will be homed. You press OK, and the machine will go through its homing routine. So the first thing it'll do is home the Z, and now it's homing Y, and now it'll home the X. So it'll just find. I'll show you quickly around here. So there's a little hole which is cut into the track, and so there's a Hall effect sensor which will run over that, and when it detects that there's no steel, that'll tell it that it's home.